This year's festival, held every October in a historic American city known for its infamous witch trials, offered a unique virtual experience where, along with panel discussions and questions and answers with filmmakers reflecting on new directions of modern horror, the best independent talent were noticed. The result is an incredible variety of films that refer to modern American paranoia and injustice, and show how independent filmmakers take the aesthetics of horror in a new direction, rather than simply paying tribute to the touchstones of the old genre. Well-known filmmakers have released low-budget short films about nighttime intruders and about loneliness at home. Rob Savage found footage horror, shot entirely at Zoom, became a night hit on Shudder's streaming platform. In the midst of the summer movie season without a blockbuster, experienced festival organizers ensure that horror lovers can still get refreshing gifts. Through a combination of advanced design, illustration and journalism, we are described as at the forefront of the independent editorial movement. Our ratings are characterized by a unique three-part rating system that covers different aspects of the film industry. Despite the fact that this year the global film industry has experienced unprecedented shocks as a result of the COVID-19, no genre has adapted to these circumstances better than horror films in the best traditions of horror films. The Salem Horror Film Festival focuses on low-budget films as well as on early works. This year's event also showed that modern horror is not afraid to plunge into psychological anxiety. Another highlight is the film Threshold, shot on two iPhones during the pandemic, follows two divorced brothers on a journey through the United States and offers viewers a glimpse into the current perception of mental illness. In addition to other independent horror films, Josh follows Moo Atkinson, full of allusions to Rosemary's African-American Child, who, having moved to a glamorous white neighborhood, discovers that residents are messengers of the devil. From the alien invaders of the 1950s to the killers of the 1970s to the supernatural horrors of the early 2000s, whenever the monsters of the decade become too familiar and too CLICHD, they're born young to shock the public. Join us on an epic journey around the world through the darkest places in a horror movie. A typical example is the Salem Horror Festival. Horror is a genre that continues to reinvent itself. Despite the pandemic, this year's event demonstrated an impressive variety of emerging talents of this genre.